All right. So everyone that joined just now and said, "What the hell is this?" So we just play a song for everyone to wait a couple more minutes because a lot of people join right around 3 o'clock here in the East Coast. So let's begin this webinar today. Um, we have agenda here to talk about our shortcode via big program. We'll talk about our recent dual shortcode launch. We'll talk about local SEO push, which is a great technology we developed here in the past year. And of course, we have the text to win giveaway. We decided that we want to see as many people joining us today, so we'll give 3 prizes right at the end of the webinar, and you must be here while we run it at the end to win the prize. First prize will be an 8-inch Android tablet. Second prize will be $100 towards Lime Bucks, towards Lime services, product and services, and the third prize will be the same thing, just $50. To join, please text webinar now to one of our short codes. Any one of them will work. UK, Canada, and the 2 short codes that are public now in the US. Text it now, and during all this webinar, you'll be able to join the list. This list is not going to be active in the future. We're not going to send you any text message about anything. This is just the purpose of winning the prize. And today we have 3 winners, so the chances are a little bit higher than the lottery. All right, so let's begin. We're starting with the just a recap from last week. We launched another additional code to all the white label clients. So now you have 2 short codes simultaneously on each dashboard, unless you have a dedicated one, of course. And we got a lot of questions. How do I use it? Even though it's simple, straightforward, we got a lot of questions. How do I use it? How implement it to existing lists? Can I use it for existing lists? Do I need to create a new list? Do I need to move people? So to answer all this question, Gerald is here, and he created a quick 1-minute demo to kind of like recap that dual shortcode that is not available. So here is Gerald.
Hey everyone, this is Gerald from the Lime support team. Today I'm going to show you how to list the same keyword on 2 different shortcodes and then assign it to a contact list. It's very simple. So first and foremost, we're going to go ahead to the keyword section and type in our keyword that we want to list. And we're going to check to see if it's available on the first shortcode. And if it is available, then we'll go ahead and list it. And it will repeat the process for the other shortcode using the same keyword. And then check it for that shortcode, and then go ahead and list it if it's available. Now that we have these 2 keywords, let's assign it to a contact list. This account doesn't have a contact list, so we'll go ahead and create one real quick. So we just call it my webinar list. And with the 2 keywords, we can go ahead and add the first one and add the second one. And then we just configure the rest of the contact list, which is the program sponsor, brief description, and any other features that you'd like. And then click save. So now that you have the contact list created, you can text in my webinar to either 40691 or 71441, and you'll be able to opt in through either of these keywords. Now if you opt into the list through the 40691 keyword, then you'll receive messages from the 40691 shortcode, whereas if you opt in from the 71441 keyword, then you'll receive messages from the 71441 shortcode. I hope this tutorial has been helpful and wish you the best of luck out there.
All right, so thank you, Gerald. All right, so now I hope you see my screen. And let's talk about shortcodes in general, okay? It doesn't matter if you're in Lime platform, other platform, you build your own platform. No matter what you're using, these shortcodes are, defined in the industry. So we have the dedicated code, and the dedicated code, the way I look at it, it's like if you have your own pool in the backyard, right? Which is pretty cool. You know who it is. You know who is there. You get to choose who's going to go in the water, and you can keep it clean, and you can really control and enjoy, have a good time in your pool, right? If you look at shared short codes, right, it's like going to the public pool, right? When we were kids, that's all we had. And you don't know what you get, right? You buy the ticket, you go in. You can get this, you can get this, you can get this. You have no idea if the school bus stopped, and at the same day you're taking your kids, and it is what it is. And if you're really lucky, you'll get this, right? So this is what it is. I mean, this is a shared short code. You have just no control of who is with you. You don't know how many people will be that day in the pool, um, and you don't know how crowded it will be, and you don't really know who's peeing in the water. Um, so taking the dedicated or the private pool you have, yes, it's costly, it's expensive. Not everyone can afford it. Uh, Public pool, the other hand, have no maintenance. You buy your tickets, you go in, and get to the public pool, right? So we have the public pool, it's cheap, there's no maintenance, you go in, you don't know who's going to be there, and it is what it is. The dedicated pool, expensive, pricey, whatever you want to call it, a lot of fun, um, but you know, not everyone can afford it. And if we take that to our business world, it's not really matter if you can afford it or not. It's how much revenues you're generating, and if it justify um, the luxury of having a dedicated pool. So if your business is not generating so much, then even if you can afford it, it just doesn't make sense. So we came up with the VIP short code, and that's what I want to talk about real quick, which I look at it as like your clubhouse, right? If you have a clubhouse in your neighborhood, if you live in Florida, it's very, very common. Here in New Jersey, a little bit, but um, basically, it's a much, much better solution than the public pool, much, much less expensive than the private pool, just because you share the cost with your neighbors. And that's kind of like what we came up with in the concept. You can find me in that pool, the private pool, but the public pool, I don't know. I mean, it's not that much fun. So this is what we came up with, which give you a lot more control. You know who your neighbors are. However, it's not as expensive as the private pool. So you're probably asking yourself, what is the right solution for me? Um, I'll say it's very, very simple. If you're just starting out, you just sign up with a white label, you have a couple of businesses, you have none, uh, stay with the shared short code. Okay? It's not always that crazy. It's fine. And now we have dual, so you have two pools to decide where to jump. You have more options. And basically, if your gross revenues are less than $5,000 a month, I think that you should stay with the shared, uh, and it's fine. It's not so expensive. I mean, you just pay for the software fees, and you can generate nice business from it. If your business is growing, okay, and you're starting to collect clients, you have 20, 30 clients, I highly recommend you to start a look at the VIP option. Um, if you make more than $5,000, maybe a little over that in gross revenues from SMS only. I'm not talking about your gross income or as a whole business or your personal income. I'm talking about what you're making from SMS. If it's not there, if it's over 5,000, you're already 20, 30, 50 clients. Of course, it depends what size of clients. It can be one client that's worth the expense. I will definitely start to look at VIP and the program, and we'll jump to the cost and what it requires in a few minutes. So what is the right solution for me? I would say this is how I look at it in high level. Of course, that it's your decision. It's up to you how to run your business. However, This is my 2 cents about it. If you make over 15 grand, 20, 30 grand, you should definitely look at dedicated code. You have all the keywords you need, no risk, and basically all the control on your business. So what the right solution for me? This is how I look at it in high level. So let's talk about the actual Shortcode VIP program. You'll reduce your risk by over 100 times, at least, okay? You'll have a lot more available keywords just because you'll share it with much, much less people. You'll have better reporting on your traffic. There's some additional tools that we've added, some kind of advanced tools to see your traffic and reporting and feedback. You'll be in a controlled environment, just like the clubhouse. You know who your neighbor are, you know who lives in your neighborhood, and basically you'll know who you're swimming with. So all I'm saying is that it will just give you control on your business. It give you some capabilities, a lot more keywords, and much, much less risk. So that's the Shortcode VIP program. Now, in order to push it, at least for now, we're willing to give it at cost. And I'll show the cost, the industry cost. It's not Lime's cost. It's just the industry cost. You can all go to usshortcodes.com. That's where you list or buy or rent a new code. It costs $500 a month. If you go with random, it costs $1,000 a month. If you go with vanity number, which lets you choose or select the number itself. So this is a hard cost, $500 a month, $6,000 a year. Carrier hosting fee. There is a fee that the carrier or the aggregators are charging us to host each code. They charge it per short code, and that's another $250 a month. And there's a setup fee, which is a provisioning fee. Every new code, you have to kind of like license it, approve it with the carriers, and these are the setup fee. The setup fees are hard cost, again, that the aggregator charges. Every carrier has a small fee bundled, and it's all bundled in this $3,500, which means, Metro PCS will charge a few bucks, AT&T will charge a few bucks, and it all comes down to $3,500. It's basically paperwork. This whole process takes about 90 days, and we require at least a year commitment from every member that will like to join the VIP program, just because it's just not worth the efforts. And remember, we do it at cost. We're not selling you anything here in terms of trying to push you something you don't need or trying to sell you something to generate more revenues. This is not the case. All we take here is basically the headache and the work, and pass you the cost to just make a better service and a better opportunity for everyone. So there is a limited time bonus, and it's not from us because we're not selling it. The limited time bonus is from usshortcodes.com. They're running a promotion now that if you pay up front for the year to rent the code, they give you 3 months free, which basically covers the provisioning time, or the 90 days, because until now, even if you buy a code and you pay the $500 a month, you still pay $500 a month for those over 90 days of provisioning time that the code is not live. You can't do anything with it, but you still have to pay it. It's not fair, but it is what it is. That's how they do it. So for now, they're running a promotion that includes 3 months free. Now, since the carriers are charging the hosting fee, the $250, they charge us only when it's live. So what it really gives us, it gives us the provisioning time for free. So you pay for the year, and you get a year net of a live shortcode, as opposed to 9 months before this promotion. So this promotion is still active. We have no idea when it's going to end. because this promotion is provided by usshortcodes.com, and we don't know when it's going to end, but it's still running. So the faster you take a decision, the better, because you'll save a few dollars. So what I want to do here is to run a quick poll, and because we have a few options. If I'll summarize here the cost of having a short code annually. So we're talking around 12 grand a year to have a short code. This is if you want to have a dedicated, it's the same price. 12 grand is to have a live code in the system, a short code in the system. So I broke it down to 3 options. Basically, 5 members are sharing it. We're looking at 5 people that this amount will be divided by, right? So if it's 5 people will share that cost, it will cost $24.60 to each member. If we're looking at option B, if we share it by 7 members, it will go down to $1,700. But remember, the more members in the group, the more people in your pool. So option C will be 10 members, which it's still okay. I mean, it's still not a lot. That means 10 white label accounts that are sharing that code. It's still much, much less than hundreds. So you're still in a very good environment. Just, the less members, the better. So basically, you get what you pay for. Very straightforward. So we're going from $24.60 a year to $1,230 a year. So what I want to do, I want to run a quick poll here and see what do you guys think about those options. And because we want your feedback, it will help us a lot. See what kind of memberships we should offer everyone. And please vote. Please vote on what option you think is better for your business. All right, I see votes coming in. And again, remember, each option, the more members, the more risk, the less keyword you get. However, you pay much less. So it's kind of like a threshold of what's the best fit. But again, still, any one of those options will be much better than a shared. And again, we're not going against shared short code. Most of our members are on shared short codes. We have 2 short codes available. We just want to for the people that do have a viable business and do have traffic, they're sending over 200,000 messages a month. They have over 20, 30, 50 clients. It's worth it. I believe it's a good investment in your business. And the people that run a business like that and they have those signs, they know what I'm talking about. So again, if you're a new member, you just signed up, don't get scared. We're not trying to push you any other course. This is not for you. Definitely not for the people that are just starting out. There would be no action needed to take on your end. All right, so we got the votes. I see that, yeah, pretty much there's nothing else coming in, so we're good. Let me share the results with you. It looks like most of you are looking at definitely option C, to reduce the cost to about $100 a month, $100 and change, and have about 10 members in each program. Again, we will start to take orders starting today, and we'll see what works best, and let us continue. So thank you for voting. Thank you for sharing that with us. And now the question is, how do I sign up? Very, very simple. Let's just email Michelle at saleslimecellular.com. Subject, shortcode VIP program. Include your admin username because this is for clients only. Include your admin username in that email, and we will reply you with the program info. Again, we'll gather all the final data. It looks like 10 members is what most people like. But if there's a group of people that prefer 5, we can create a group of 5 and do it that way. Again, based on availability, and we'll get back to you once we get all this requests. So email Michelle at sales@limecellular with your username, the subject line, shortcode VIP program. What we'll do once we get enough members, if we fill up the spots, we'll send you, or before actually, we'll send you back a credit card authorization form with the program info. We'll get it back. Once we get it back, we consider that someone that committed to fill a spot in the VIP shortcode program. There will be definitely no refunds because there is a year commitment. Once we go and buy the code and provision it, there's no way to go back. There's no refunds from the carriers or from your shortcode. So definitely here where there's no profit, we pass the cost. There's no way to say, I just need for 3 months. And also, very, very important, you cannot license VIP for 3 months or 6 months. It has to be for the whole year. We cannot switch members in between or in the middle of the year. So this is how the program is going to work. So I hope you guys are interested. I think it's a very, very good, it's like an insurance policy or just something you do when your business grows. You just do better things. You get a better office, you buy better computers. That's one of the things that should be taken care of as well. Remember, you get a lot more keywords as well. So it's also functionality. It's not just safety or security. So that was for the shortcode VIP program. Again, I remind you on the giveaway at the end of the webinar. If you didn't text yet, please text now webinar to one of our shortcodes. You have a little flag next to your country, and please use it now and sign up, because at the end of the webinar we will run a quick text to win campaign and see who won with 3 prizes today. So let's talk about some cool stuff that we're launching today as well. This tool we're working on for about a year. It's basically a citation platform. And again, since we're dealing with resellers only, we launched that as a platform for resellers as well. We don't put it towards retail directly. That's where we decided to be. Serve, develop platforms, do-it-yourself platforms for resellers, for marketers, and this is the next thing we've launched. There's a high demand for it, and we love it. I think it's really, really cool. We get to talk to new type of audience, not just people doing SMS, but this is definitely a perfect fit with mobile as well. Let me run here a quick video that will describe local SEO push. It's about a minute, and we'll go from there for a live demo, talk about statistics, pricing, stuff like that, and then show also how to use it and how to sign up. So let's start.
Did you know that there are over 3 billion local searches performed every month, and that 82% of those searchers follow up with a call or walk-in? It's easy to see that if a small business owner is nowhere to be found in these local search results, that they are losing a ton of business. How can you help? As an authorized reseller, you will now be able to directly feed business information to over 125 data providers, such as search engines, local directories, GPS navigation providers, and more, all for just one flat price. How does it work? Simple. First, you create a profile. Certify your business name, address, and phone number, also known as NAP. Building the initial profile not only allows you to add basic information about your business, but will also give you the opportunity to add descriptive details that will grab a reader's attention and raise your visibility. Next, optimize it for performance. Enhance listings with unique descriptive keywords, links, logos, and more to help your listing stand out. You can also add hours of operation, products and services, and if your business accepts credit cards. Last but not least is quality assurance. Our system will search for any existing claimed or unclaimed citations that match your business. You can claim, modify, or close these recently found citations. Once you have entered and updated all of your information, our system will do the rest. Our custom API listing tool will automatically update all citations every 30 days for all of your clients for free with any package. This will ensure that all NAP, names, addresses, and phone numbers associated with your clients' listings are always up to date and verified, so that search engines recognize it as the most relevant result for local listings.
All right. So thank you for this video. So let's talk about local search real quick, right? Most searches today, or at least searches that lead to a call, to a walk-in, to a purchase, are done from the mobile phone. That's kind of like our link to mobile, right? When you search on Apple Map for a business, when you want to get there, you want to call there, or Google Map, or any kind of map you have on your phone. When you do that, it's really because you're looking to do something, an action. You want to buy, you want to get there, you want to call them. You don't usually, normally, you won't do it from your phone when you just want to browse, or you you'll do that from your desktop most likely. So that's why mobile search is really important. And we, again, people that are new to this, so really not aware of SEO or local SEO, we're talking about those search results that you see here on the top right. We're talking about that, about when you search for businesses, the results you're getting. So why it's so important to be on some kind of platform like that. So we have a direct link, or what's called direct feed, to over 125 data providers. Those data providers are the top ones, right? We're talking about Google, Bing, Yahoo, AOL, Yellow Book, Groupon, and some of them are pretty cool because they don't really have a direct interface for users, right? You go to TomTom or your navigation, you can list your business there, or Apple Map. There's some places that even if you're saying, okay, and the SEO experts among you here on the webinar will say, I can enter it manually, I can hire people, and we'll talk about it in a minute. But some of them don't even have an interface to get there. So we have a direct partnership with those data providers, and we feed them. Basically, we pay them per listing to enter the data because they know who we are. We have our credibility. This is a credible source for them, and not just random person that open account and enter the business info, especially from overseas. I don't know if you know, but most of those US directories, they get all this data entry from Philippines, India, China. No matter where you hire people, at a low cost per hour to enter the data, they don't really pay much attention to it anymore because they know how it works. It's not the real Joe from Joe's Pizza that logs in and enter his business info, which that was the real purpose of opening interfaces like that for those directories. So there is a great advantage to come from a place like this, because these data, they know it comes from a provider that is credible. They know who they are, we actually pay them per listing to get in. That means if we're willing to pay per listing, that means that this is a credible, it's not some freemium or someone pays somebody $3 an hour to do that. So it's credible, and because I pay per listing, it means that it comes from a credible source and it's accurate. So let's show you what we've been working on and how this platform is working. So starting today, this is all available under your admin dashboard. So now you'll see a little icon here for small business. This is all available for free. As I mentioned in the previous webinar, we were planning to sell this as additional module to cover the development cost. However, because all the drama with the shortcuts and all what happened the past 2 weeks, we really appreciate your loyalty, the letters we got, and your faith in our technology. We decided to edit all the existing customers that joined, up until today. You all get it for free. You want to use it, use it. You don't, it will sit on your dashboard. So we put it here in the dashboard. We replaced the QR code tool. You can always get the QR code tool as on every reseller, sales agent, or advertiser dashboard. We felt like it just, it was filling up unused space, but now we found better use for this real estate here on the dashboard. So if you lost your QR, the beloved QR code on your admin dashboard, you can go to any other dashboard and generate QR codes. So when I click on local SEO push, I get to see this dashboard. We have some Q&A here. You can see your listings if you have any. You will get to buy credits here, and this is really buy listings. You will have to re-enter your credit card here, which means you can use separate credit card to buy listings, and you'll be able to use any different payment method basically, and separate SEO purchases to your SMS credits, or what you pay us the monthly fee. So this is the dashboard. You'll start with a search, right? And I always like to search for my local pizzeria here. And you search, you give it a quick search, right? This is now what you're doing now when you search for a business is basically you're searching the database. What's existing now in the system? What's existing in the directory? And this is a perfect example because a lot of businesses you will find will show the same thing, right? Look at this result. It's the same phone number, same name. But however, look, 67 Monmouth Parkway, 67 Monmouth Road in Oakhurst and in Monmouth Beach, and 07750. So it's very similar. This is a perfect example of a manual data entry. Someone entered it and made a mistake. Now you have a duplicate. So when you go on your phone and search, most likely if Google sees something like that, that the same phone number and same name, this is what's called NAP, name, address, and phone, right? NAP, that's what's in this industry. If they see that the NAP is matching, which means same phone number and same with two different addresses, they won't even display this result. Why? Because they don't know what to show you, and they'll just probably send you. They have 50% chance to send you to somewhere that does not exist. So this is a perfect example that's something that will not show up, or will show it. It depends on the decision of the search engine. But again, this is a perfect example of a confusion. Now, you can search. You don't have to buy any credits or anything to search and see what's existing in the directory. However, let's say that I go and I know that this address is the right one. I'll click I'll click view and I'll get to see the listing. Now, when you list it here, when you claim this listing, that means you now own it. You manage this listing forever as long as you renew it, right? When you claim that listing, that means we will take 1 credit out of your balance per year. So as long as you renew it, as long as it's yours, no one else has control on it. No one else can claim it and make changes. You are the one that is now running this listing in the directory. Now, once you claim it, you'll have a lot more options to enrich this listing. Add a toll-free number, add a logo that will appear here, add a year founded, email address, website, opening hours, a lot of stuff. And there's even more. This is just a quick summary. And this is very important because the more information there is, most likely the engines will display it. And the more relevant it is, or the more recent it is, then most likely they'll display it. This is something you cannot do on a manual listing. You can't keep going, refresh the listing, but it's here when it's one source. It's very, very easy. And also our system does something that refresh the timestamp every month and keep the information recent for the search engines. So the first step is to search and then view. Now, once you find one that you say, okay, this is a duplicate, you'll be able to close this listing. And when you close it, it will send a close request, and we will check it. And if it's a duplicate, we will just close this record. So you'll get 2 things here. First, you claim the existing, but also you clean the database from listings that are not real or duplicates. Now here, all we ask, if you want to close a listing, there's no charge to close a listing. The only reason we ask a credit card here is just to have verification, so we know guaranteed who asked to close it, and that's the whole thing. So if you want to request to close, there's no charge to close listings, but you'll have to enter a credit card on file, which will not be charged unless you buy listings. So when you search, 2 things can happen. One, you can find one or more and fix it. And if it does not exist, you can add a new one and click the spot, and you'll be able to add a new listing. Now, how do you buy credits? You click on the buy credits, you'll have some answers here, and prices are going from, it depends. The more you buy, the less you pay per listing, and these are annual payment. I mean, these are one-time payment for annual listing. You buy 1, it starts at $197. You buy 25, you pay as low as $90 per listing, which if you compare it to the prices in the industry, it's a fifth of what's the prices out there. But again, we serve you as the vendor, you the wholesaler, and you go and resell it. So you need to buy it low to make good margins. So to exit, you can always go to the home screen by clicking here on the this little business here, and if you click exit, you go back to your admin dashboard, do your white label account with us. So this is how you do it. Help Center will be very similar to the Resource Center we have at Lime Cellular. This will be Help Center for local SEO push. You'll find a lot of information there, Q&A, and you'll be able also to open a ticket and if you have a problem. So there is also a support via email to answer your questions and concerns. So you click exit, you go back to our admin dashboard that you all have. By the way, the text message and notification center I mentioned before is right here. It's part of the Boost module, and it's right here for the text alert. So going back to our presentation. So let's talk about comparison. Who is out there right now, and how does it work in the industry? All right, so you have that SEO push. You'll have the most popular similar service will be by Yext. You get much less directories there, and the main difference is if you cancel your membership, they drop all your listings, with something we don't do. We're not supposed to tell you that because we need you to stay. However, we don't drop your listing because these are real listing and they're good. They just help the directory to be better. So we don't drop them. Service like Yext will drop it. Direct partnership, we have with over 125. You can find a full list on the website, localseopush.com. With Yext, you'll get 40 something. And Google is not one of them. So that's a big one. So just as a comparison to other services, this will be less expensive, and you get a better service. So let's talk about what is your option when you sell SEO, right? So one option is manual entry, which means going to each one of those directory manually and enter the data. You can do it yourself. We did it once or twice to see how long it takes. Overall average takes you about 20 minutes each. We're talking about 40 hours to do this, to go and enter manually, because you have to get a confirmation email. Some of them you have to get confirmation call. Some of them you have to wait 3 days to get to confirmation. So overall, it will take you about 40 hours per business. If you hire someone overseas, you'll pay about $300 to cover all that manual work. If you're really, really good at finding good prices, you can pay as much as over $700. The main problem in manual work, not just the take long costs more, is the mistakes. Just like the mistake I showed you before, mistakes happen because what happened when you enter, if you're a data entry person, I don't know if you ever did it, but the way you're going to do it, let's say you got 10 businesses to enter today. What you're going to do, you're going to do all the Google. Then you're going to take the 10, you're going to do Yahoo, right? Then you're going to do Yelp, right? So when you enter the same thing, I don't know if ever one of you got punished by his teacher to write on the board, just like Bart Simpson, but you start to develop a technique to kind of like shorten the process. So that's what they do, right? So that's how mistakes happen, because they'll enter Yahoo, and they copy paste real quick from Excel, and sometimes you get one street on a different business, and that's how mistakes happen. I guarantee you, if you do manual work, you'll have at least 1 or 2 mistakes per business, guaranteed. Now, mistakes are one thing. The second thing is, how do you make edits? How do you edit? How do you add a website link? How do you add a logo after you're done? Impossible. With us, instantly, by yourself, one click, you can charge the same amount. People charge for those services $200 a month easy. $100 a month if you really want to make a bargain. So you see how much profit is in this. Now, the advantage, it also allows you to put the foot through the door with a lot of businesses. They all need visibility. Sometimes it's a little challenging to explain them, how to do SMS, what to do with SMS. This will give you smooth access to get them listed, and then get them the loyalty tools with the SMS. So if we compare the manual entry, local SEO push, you can go as long as $90 per listing. Now, when you buy 25 credits, they don't expire. So if you know you'll sell 25 business in the near future, don't buy one. You can buy it for half price and sell it over time. Do not encourage you to buy money, spend money real quick. However, if you know, guarantee that you're going to use it, go for the higher package. We see the 3-5 pack are the most popular, but you get everything from everything. So now, if you compare local SEO push to another platforms that I showed before, you're also talking about between 300 and 600 a year with less directories, and they cut you off once you stop paying. So this is really a great tool, quality-wise, and service-wise and pricing-wise compared to any other solution out there. So let me see, what are we doing next? I will pick up a few questions, answer them real quick because it's 4 o'clock. If you want to contact regarding the short code VIP program, please contact Michelle, this phone number or email. If you have anything, questions about local SEO push, contact Leslie at local SEO push, or this phone number right here, and we will be happy to answer anything you want regarding those two products. Let me pick real quick, see if there are questions I should answer. Dan is asking here if it's an annual fee. Yes, an annual fee, not a monthly fee. Both, actually, on the VIP program and on any local SEO push product. Don is asking, is it in Canada now? I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. Right now, this is a US directory only. We were hoping to roll out Canada in the near future. It's definitely on the plans, but right now it's launched as a US directory. Do you have more plans to provide SMS marketing to more countries? Absolutely. Of course, it's a matter of demands. We actually already have it in South Africa, Australia, Sweden, Taiwan, few more, I don't remember, but these going as what we call the software only agreement, which means we provide the software and they provide the SMS aggregation service, and they basically give us the connection and we hook up the software to it, and this is how we do it right now in other countries other than UK, Canada, and the US. Okay, John, how you doing? John writing is asking, is the credit is a one-time fee or yearly fee? It's a one-time fee. You will have a feature there in the next couple of weeks if you want to do an auto renew or not. If you check the auto renew, we'll take another credit from you when the time comes. If not, we will just release the listing. When we release the listing, we don't drop you like other providers. However, someone else can take over the listing, and then you won't be able to make changes or anything. All right. Okay, so the VIP program, people ask if 10 people will be separate geographically. We can do that as well. Again, it depends how many members will join. The more members, the more flexibility. We'll be able to separate by maybe different type of industries and geographical location as well. Mary's asking if we have marketing materials. I'm assuming, Mary, that you are relating it to SEO push. The answer is yes. Some of it is in the help center. Some of it you can grab from our website. What is the suggested price to sell SEO push? I would say between 100 to 200 a month. You can charge monthly because it looks better in front of the business. Basically your first month cover your cost and the rest is profit. The beauty is that if you do have a line, let me go back and show you a trick, right? You can still see my screen, I hope. But if you do have a line software, right, and you want to sell SEO push, right, you can basically, let's say that this advertiser signed up to the services. As you know, we have custom recurring fee. So how about adding it to here as local SEO, for $125 a month. This will automatically be on their monthly bill. If you have our billing module, of course, this will be automatically on their monthly bills with your software. So it's a great tool to put the foot through the door, but it's also an amazing upsell that you can basically charge a lot more per month per business. And if you have the billing, it's right there. Built into their bill, it's really, you look professional because you included it in the service. So this is a good question from Daniel O'Neill. Is the voucher? Yes, will be emailed to you. So who won? Michelle, do we know who won? I don't get any updates here. So the $100 promo will be. Chat, you didn't send me the chat. Okay. So who won? Greg Wilcox won, and James Burke. What about the third? We're looking for the third. So if the third has disappeared, please come back. All right, we have the phone number. We'll try to reach out to him. All right, so the promo code will be sent to local SEO push customers, to white label customers, the $100 promo to buy listings, not to people that are not clients. It will be sent to through the email system, the built-in email system. All right, once I buy credits for a business, it's good for a year. Yes, it's good for a year. All right, thank you, everyone. Again, I see the other questions kind of repetitive. Trying to grab one more. Oh, Seed is asking, good question here. Is there a fee to edit an existing listing? Absolutely not. There is no fee to edit. Let me show you real quick if I have my own listing. Let me see if this user is here. I have a sample. Yes, it is. Okay, so let me go back here. And if I have listings, right, I'll click here and I'll see my listings here. This is after I claim the business, right? I can click view and see the information about the business. Now, as you see, this is a claimed business that we added a logo, we put the address, payment methods, languages, year founded, email, everything, website, right? So this is the listing that has much more information in it, and it's great. Now, what you need to do is modify listing. You can make as many edits as you want. It's not going to cost you a thing. This is a great question from Sid here. Thank you very much. Igor is asking, who do I sell it to? You sell it to all your advertisers or even people that are not in the system. They don't have to be Lime advertisers in order to sell them SEO push. All right, so Jim Burke won here. I see I won. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure. I hope you find it helpful. Again, for more information about the SEO Push program, contact Leslie for any question for VIP program. Contact Michelle. Thank you very much and have a great weekend.